There was a girl named Ava Summers. She was the kind of kid who got applause just for showing up. When she danced at school talent shows, the teachers would say she was a natural. When she sang off-key at birthday parties, people would clap like she was already a star. Everyone told her she was meant for greatness, even if she hadn't actually done anything great yet. "You've got the it factor," they'd say. "She's a future icon," said her aunt once, just because Ava wore sunglasses indoors. Over time, all that praise turned into something dangerous. Ava didn't just believe she was special, she believed the world owed her something for it. By her late teens, Ava had built a solid online presence. She didn't invent anything, didn't run a business. She was just visible. A digital presence in curated outfits with clever captions and aesthetic lighting. She posted her coffee every morning with the caption, "Grind time," even though she hadn't worked a job in her life. People adored her. Girls wanted to be her. Guys DM'd her poems. But the admiration was built on illusion. There was no foundation under the house she was building, just a lot of mirrors. She once got invited to a brand launch party, a luxury skincare line. She arrived an hour late, holding a designer bag she couldn't afford, and walked past the line like she owned the building. At the door, the host stopped her. Her name wasn't on the list. Ava didn't even hesitate. She scoffed and said, "Check again." The host checked. Still no name. Then came the classic line, "Do you have any idea who I am?" The host looked her dead in the eyes and replied, "Number should I?" That one moment should have humbled her. It didn't. She walked off, pulled out her phone, and told her 300,000 followers the event was low vibe and poorly managed. They didn't deserve her presence anyway. The truth? They just didn't care. But Ava didn't see it. She was riding the wave of digital praise, convinced her glow would never fade. She made a few weak attempts at starting a business. Once, she announced she was launching her own skincare line. But it was just a drop-shipping company with a white-labeled serum from a supplier she found in 10 minutes. No product testing, no knowledge. Just a pretty logo and a confident caption. She got a few sales from loyal fans. Then the refund requests started coming in. The formula burned. The packaging leaked. One influencer even called it TikTok snake oil. Ava didn't take responsibility. She posted a story blaming haters and jealous people who want to tear down a young woman's dream. But deep down, the cracks were forming. Then came the silence. It didn't happen overnight. It never does. It starts with one post getting fewer likes, then a story no one replies to, then a brand partnership that suddenly goes in another direction. The algorithm forgot her, and the audience followed. Her feed went from booming to barely breathing. DMS dried up. Emails stopped. A digital ghost in her own empire. She panicked, tried the usual tricks, crying videos. "This is me," unfiltered posts, motivational captions. Nothing worked. She applied for a marketing job at a mid-sized beauty brand. When they asked her about her experience with content strategy, she said, "Well, I am content." When they asked her what tools she was familiar with, she blinked. "I've been the face of multiple brand campaigns," she said. They asked if she'd ever handled a budget. "Not really, but I have great instincts." They didn't even email her back. That night, Ava sat in her childhood room. The one with the string lights and vision board she made at 16. CEO by 23, it said in glitter glue. She stared at it, then pulled it off the wall. She started scrolling through her old posts. All the fake confidence, all the big claims, all the smiles that felt hollow now. And the comments. Some were cruel, some honest. She never actually did anything. Pretty girl privilege doesn't last forever. Clout is not a career. She closed her phone, stared at the ceiling. For the first time in her life, she didn't feel special. She felt lost. And somewhere in that silence, a seed of truth started to grow. She reached out to someone she hadn't spoken to in years, Jordan. In high school, Jordan was the quiet one, the builder, the one who stayed home on weekends designing logos and editing videos. Ava used to tease her, but Jordan now ran a small creative studio. No followers, no fame, but steady income and clients who trusted her. Ava messaged, "I need help. I want to start over. For real." Jordan replied, "I'm down to help, but I don't do fake. No shortcuts. You'll start from zero like everyone else." And for once, Ava didn't flinch. She became an unpaid intern. She showed up on time, took notes, Googled terms she didn't understand. She asked for feedback and actually listened. She stayed quiet in meetings and absorbed. It was slow, frustrating, repetitive. There were nights she wanted to quit, nights she cried. Once she snapped at a team member who corrected her on a color palette. Jordan pulled her aside and said, "You still think you're owed something just for being you. Let it go, or this won't work." That line hit different. From that day on, Ava changed. She started reading books, watching tutorials, taking online courses. She started helping Jordan with client work, drafting emails, creating campaigns, fixing slides at 2 a.m. She stopped checking her follower count. Months passed. She decided to relaunch her skincare idea, but from scratch. This time she learned formulation, talked to chemists, spent hours testing on herself. She created samples, sent them to friends, took feedback seriously. No launch party, no hype. Just one table at a Sunday craft market, a folding chair, handwritten price tags, samples lined up in little glass jars. A woman walked by, tried a cream, and smiled. "This feels amazing," she said. "How much?" She paid cash, walked away. No selfies, no tags, just a real sale. Ava went home that night and cried, not from sadness, but from pride, the kind that doesn't need applause to exist. A year later, Ava's brand was slowly growing. She had regular customers, repeat orders, no viral moments, no trending hashtags, just trust, loyalty, value. She went from posting for attention to creating for impact. And then one day, a DM came in. "Hey, I used to follow you back in the day. You've really changed. I want what you have now. Any advice?" Ava replied, "You don't get it by wanting it. You get it by earning it. Start small, stay humble, and never confuse applause with purpose. Because entitlement energy says, 'I deserve this,' just because. But earned energy, it whispers, 'I built this. No one can take it from me.' And that's the difference between being seen